Hey everyone, it's Linda Perry of Soul Genius Branding, and welcome to this week's 15 Minutes to Genius. And this week, I want to talk about stress. How many of you are feeling a tremendous amount of stress these days? I know, for one, I am absolutely at the top with my stress levels. So I figured I'd come on here and talk about the ways that we actually cause ourselves some unnecessary stress as we're building our business or really going about our day-to-day. And I want to give you some tips, 15 minutes at a time, on how to relieve that stress this week. So what am I talking about when it comes to unnecessary stress? Well, first of all, there are so many pressures that we have as entrepreneurs, and some stress is inevitable when you go into business for yourself or you have a small team that you're responsible for. Those kinds of things are normal and we sign up for it. But the thing is that we forget that we actually create added stress by the stories we tell ourselves as we're running our business. For example, I am the queen of telling myself I have to get everything right. I got to do it all on time. And if I'm not, I've completely failed. And it's a big story I tell myself, which pushes me to work harder and to keep going all the time. And sometimes that means that I don't end up delivering the best product or really not meeting my needs or the needs of my client. So instead of putting that kind of pressure on myself, maybe the best thing sometimes is to have a communication with your client saying, hey, I really intended to do this, but I need a little extra time. Most of the time when you deliver communication and you're really clear, people understand. So it's amazing how then you can relieve some of that stress. Or, for example, we tell ourselves, I have to do this all alone. No one else can do this. So there's no money to get help from somebody else. And the realities of your business might be that you can't really get the person that you want, or that maybe if you hired somebody else, it would create an additional stress. But there are ways to solve problems. There are, virtual assistants. There are things that you can do to actually relieve your stress. So I want you to think about some of the stories you're telling yourself this week. I mean, what kind of unnecessary stress are you actually putting on your plate? So think about it. I want you to spend 15 minutes today. Take the time, write out all the ways, and be honest, and don't judge yourself. Just really write them down and say, hey, these are the ways that I'm causing myself unnecessary stress. And then for the rest of the week, I want you to take each and every day, take 15 minutes and really tackle some of those things. What can you do that can actually relieve some of the stress? Is there a communication that you need to deliver? Is there somebody that you could hire on a temporary basis? Or is there just time that you need to carve out to work out and take care of yourself? Even just going outside for 10 minutes can help. So I want you to think about that. Spend the time relieving some of this crazy unnecessary stress that we all build on ourselves. And I want you to have a great week. And if this is your first time joining 15 Minutes to Genius, welcome. 15 Minutes to Genius are video tips that I send out weekly that help you build your business 15 minutes at a time. It's so much harder if we wait to do it all at once. We create this crazy overwhelm. So I hope you'll join me again. I hope you'll subscribe to my list and really tune in and get 15 Minutes to Genius each week. I hope you have a wonderful week and take care.